Utah is experiencing one of its worst droughts in recent years, and it's causing a number of problems across the state. Our drought is causing more conflicts with black bears. Since the lack of water impacts a bear's food supply, they have to roam around more to find more food. So I'm sure many of you are thinking, okay, well, now what? What do you even do if you come face to face with a bear? I don't have the answer to that, but Darren DeBlois, the mammals coordinator for Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources, does, and he joins us live this morning. Thank you so much for being here, Darren.
Good morning, you're welcome. So
I understand part of the problem between people and bears right now is because humans are eating and cooking in their habitat. Is that right?
Yeah, this is something we always remind people of, but this year especially with dry conditions, in the spring bears eat a lot of vegetation in their diet, and if that's not there to eat, they're going to look further and wider for things, and they love the food we eat just as much as we do. So people need to keep that away from bears to avoid those conflicts.
So yeah, I mean, keep away that food, but also what should you do if you find yourself in that situation? If you encounter a bear, I know there's certain behaviors you're supposed to do and certain actions. What can you tell people to do?
Yeah, so first of all, normally a bear encounter in the wilderness is going to be kind of a benign event where you see the bear and get to enjoy it, and then you can quietly back away. But in the rare event that you do encounter a bear up close and the bear is aware of you, we recommend a few things. First of all, a lot of times bear behavior can intimidate people. They may stand on their hind legs or make noises. Those aren't necessarily threatening. And again, just back away slowly, talk calmly. If the bear continues to approach and really makes you feel like it's invading your space, make yourself look large. Make noise. If you've got objects that can make noise, use those. Put your jacket above your head, make yourself look larger. And then in the very rare case that a bear attacks, we recommend people that fight back with everything they have. Bear spray is a really good thing to have if you're recreating in the backcountry. That's needs to be someplace where you can access it immediately, and also I'd recommend people buy a can of inert spray so they can practice, so they understand how that system operates.
That's really good tips for us. And also, I know you're not supposed to feed bears. I know sometimes people see small bears and they're like, how cute, let me feed them. You advise against that, is that right?
It's very tempting. Just remember that bears that get habituated to human food always wind up being a problem and can be a real danger. If people are leaving garbage in the backcountry, they can even be a danger to the person that comes along behind them. So enjoy our natural resources. Don't feed them, don't approach them, and be safe out there this summer.
Absolutely. And my last question for you this morning, I know keeping items that may attract a bear out of your yard is essential. It's a big piece of all of this. So what are some of those items that people really should pay attention to and clear out before bears come?
There's a few things that bears consistently get into and we get called on. Garbage is probably an obvious one if you can keep that secured, and there are secure containers. If you live in bear country, there are secure containers you can get online to keep bears out of your trash. But other things that maybe are less obvious, things like pet food, secure that at night when bears are more likely to be out. And bird feeders is a big one, both the seed kind and especially the hummingbird feeders. It's basically Kool-Aid in those hummingbird feeders, and bears love that stuff. It's high sugar, so if you don't want them on your porch, don't leave things out that they'll want to come and eat.
Absolutely, really helpful tips. Thank you so much for your time, Darren. I appreciate it.
Yep.